Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name's Lauren if you're new here. Today I'm going to be sharing with you how to make healthy food taste like junk food. So if you're having some junk food cravings, I'm going to share with you some recipes that will curb that craving, kind of scratch that itch, but still actually be a little bit healthier and better for your body. So if that's something that you're interested in, stay tuned. So first recipe is for those salty, crunchy cravings like a potato chip or something like that. I'm gonna teach you how to make homemade potato chips that are so delicious. I make them pretty much every week and they definitely curb that salty, crispy kind of craving. So the way you make them is slice up your potato. You can really use any kind of potato. I even like to use sweet potatoes because that is delicious, but up to you, whatever kind you like. Slice up your potato into thin little slices like a potato chip, and then throw them all in a bowl and toss them in a bunch of seasoning and some olive oil or grapeseed oil or some kind of a healthier oil. Toss them all together. I love lots of seasonings. So not only salt and pepper, but also you can do rosemary is really good, a little thyme. You can add basil, you can add garlic powder, onion powder, smoked paprika, chili powder. Like these options are endless and you can kind of play around with it, do it different every time to give yourself a little different flavor, whatever you want. Toss it in a bunch of seasoning and that oil, and then lay them out on a pan. Make sure you spray your pan first with a little cooking spray. Lay them out on your pan and make sure that they are all like laid out separately. You don't want them on top of each other or they're not gonna get as crispy as you probably want them. Once you have them all laid out in your pan, stick them in the oven at 425 degrees for, I'd say probably 15 to 20 minutes. Kind of keep an eye on them, and once they start to get brown and even like a little bubbly on the top, that's how you know that it is time to take them out and flip them over so that that underside can get cooked as well. Typically when I take them out of the oven at this point, I also pull off some of those smaller pieces that maybe are already done, set those aside, and then those bigger pieces that maybe need a little bit longer, flip them around, stick them back in the oven. You can either just leave it on 425 and wait another 5 or 10 minutes, or what I like to do because I'm impatient is stick it on broil on the high setting, and it really only takes like a minute or two for them to get crispy on that other side because they're already pretty much cooked through at this point. So then pull them out. You can add a little bit more salt if you feel like they need it, and there you have it. Delicious chips. You can eat them by themselves. You can throw it in a bowl with a bunch of other like roasted veggies and stuff. We do that pretty often. It's so delicious and really helps curb that craving. All right, this next recipe is for my vinegar loving people. So if you love salt and vinegar potato chips, if you love pickles, that kind of thing, this recipe is for you, and that is salt and vinegar cucumbers. Oh my gosh, so good. One of my favorite ways to get a bunch of vegetables in is by making salt and vinegar cucumbers. So the way you make them is just slice up your cucumber into little, little discs, and throw all your slices into some kind of a container, like a plastic container, glass container, whatever works for you. And then fill that container up with about halfway with vinegar and then halfway with water, and then also drizzle a little bit of oil on it. And then add in some seasonings. I like to put dill because that seems to be like a very natural thing to have with like pickled type things. So I like to put a bunch of fresh dill, some salt, some pepper. Again, you can go crazy with whatever seasonings you want. Try it different ways if you want, whatever. But add a bunch of seasonings in there. I also like to add just a little bit of sugar to take the edge off of the vinegar. Not much, but just a little. Then let them soak. Stick them in your fridge, let them soak like overnight at least. And then they're gonna be a delicious, super like tart, vinegary flavor for you for whenever you feel like eating them. They will last in your fridge for quite a while because they're essentially pickled at this point, so they'll last for like a week or so, and you can just snack on them kind of whatever you want. All right, this next recipe is for my dessert loving people. If you're a dessert person, let me know up here in this poll. Are you more of a dessert person or more of a like savory snack kind of person? I wanna know. I personally am more of a dessert person usually, and this recipe is right up my alley. And that is a healthy protein ice cream. Now, before you click out of this video and say, no way, I don't like protein powder, hear me out. I used to be a bikini competitor back in the day. I've had my fair share of both good and bad protein, and I found one that I really love. I'm gonna link it in the description for you if you wanna try it. It's a delicious protein. I have a $10 off coupon you guys can use if you follow that link in my description. But regardless, if you have a protein that you like, that's what you need. Choose your protein, take a scoop of that, and then about a cup of whatever kind of milk you like to use. And then in your blender, get a frozen banana. This step is so key to get the right consistency and some really good sweet flavor. Take a frozen banana, stick it in your blender with everything else, and then also a tablespoon of some kind of nut butter, peanut butter, almond butter, whatever you like. These two, the banana and the almond butter together, are gonna give it a really rich, creamy consistency that just tastes so much better than a plain old watery protein shake. Mix that all together. You can even add in some chia seeds if you're wanting to like add in some extra health. And then here's my secret ingredient. This is not necessarily healthy. Well, not necessarily, it's not healthy, but it's kind of gonna help give you that ice cream flavor that you're really craving. Because in my opinion, a protein shake, it's good, you know, but it's not ice cream, right? It's not the same. But if you add just a little drizzle of chocolate syrup, yes, that's right, I just recommended chocolate syrup. Trust me, it's gonna help curb that craving. And a little bit of chocolate syrup in a big bowl of protein ice cream with banana and nut butter that's really healthy is a lot better than eating a big bowl of, you know, ice cream from Ben & Jerry's or whoever else, right? So a little bit of chocolate syrup, that's my secret ingredient, makes it so delicious. I recommend you try. All right, my final junk food replacement snack idea is a healthy version of a trail mix. So here's the thing about trail mix. Typically, trail mixes that you buy at the grocery store are made with good intentions, right? They have some nuts, they have some seeds, some good ingredients, you know, some dried fruit, that's all cool. But if you think about what the caloric density, the amount of calories that's in a small little handful of trail mix, it's typically a lot of calories because those nuts, those seeds, those dried fruits, while they are not inherently evil or inherently bad for you, in fact, they have a lot of great nutrients, they're just very calorie dense. So you kind of have to be careful if you're, you know, watching a movie and just snacking on it all night long. You can end up eating, you know, 600, 800, up to 1,000 calories just of snacking on a little trail mix that seems like it's healthy, but it's just too much because we're not, you know, maybe paying super close attention to portion control if we're just snacking, right? So here's my trick to kind of allow you to still snack and munch on something, but avoid eating so many calories, and that is make some homemade popcorn. Popcorn is actually, it's a whole grain. As long as you can tolerate it pretty well, digestively speaking, it's a great option for you. Just, you wanna be making it at home or buying a popcorn with very simple ingredients so that you're not getting a bunch of added oils and preservatives that aren't great for your body. So here's the way to make it at home. It's so easy. You just take a little bit of oil or butter, whatever you want, just enough to coat the bottom of your pan, and then take some popcorn kernels. You can buy these in the bulk bins at the grocery store. Pretty much every grocery store, even like, you know, Walmart and some of the big ones, they have popcorn kernels that you can buy. Get some popcorn kernels, just fill the bottom of your pan with popcorn kernels. Remember that that popcorn expands a ton, so you probably don't need as many kernels as you might think to completely fill up your pan. So heat that oil up on like medium high, put your kernels in, and then put a lid on top of your little pot. And as the popcorn kernels heat up and start to kind of pop, just kind of shake the pan around a little bit, give it some movement so that you're not burning any of those pieces at the bottom, and wait until the popping sounds are about 2 to 3 seconds apart, just like you would in the microwave. And then you know to take it off the heat and maybe let a few more pieces kind of do their thing, pop up, whatever. And then to season it, just take some cooking spray, spray your popcorn, pour whatever seasonings you want, kind of toss it around, spray it again with some more cooking spray, put your seasonings on top, toss it around. And popcorn is very calorie sparse, I guess the word is, the opposite of calorie dense. So, you know, a big handful of popcorn doesn't have very many calories at all. So the great thing that you can do is mix it in with your trail mix it in with some nuts, some seeds, some dried fruit, whatever else you want. So you're still getting some of the benefits and the delicious flavor of those nuts and seeds, but you're also kind of bulking that out with something that's not quite so calorie dense. So you're able to kind of snack on it and munch for longer without consuming so many calories all at once. All right, you guys, so that is it. Those are my healthy junk food replacements, my ideas on how to make some healthy food actually taste like junk food. If you try any of these out, let me know. Tag me on Instagram in your stories. Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to know how you try them out, how you like them. If you did like this video and found any value of it, hit that like button down below. Hit subscribe for more videos. I do 2 videos a week all around healthy living and homemaking. I'd love to have you around. Thank you guys so much for watching. Bye, guys.